The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you have the Dow Industrials up 62. You get the NASDAQ down 11. S&Ps are flat. December 1st, you got to love it. Gold contract down 680, trading at 1167. You get silver off 2 cents at $16.45. Oil market is up $1.25 at $50.70. Notes. You get the 10-year down 17 ticks, the 30-year off a full 2 points. We have good old King dollar down 129 ticks. The euro's at 106. We're kicking into December, and volatility continues, man.
How about that oil contract, right?
Oh, man.
Up another $1.25 off of yesterday.
Off yesterday, it was up 7.5%.
Yeah,
no doubt. They're going to basically squeeze us in the oil here. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim. And don't forget, folks, every trading day, right here at TFNN, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, Kevin Hinks, Scott Connor, amazing show. You want to understand options upside down, folks, okay? Check it out, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Now, all the programming you can get right on your cell phone. In fact, cell phones are so powerful right now, it's amazing. I mean, it really is.
Oh, for sure. I was watching some Tiger TV last night on my cell phone and this morning.
Right. And of course, if you...
I was watching Nico this morning. That's what I was doing.
I love it.
Yeah.
And if you haven't test drove the TD Ameritrade platform, folks, you can do that right on our website at TFNN. Hit the banner, bring up the platform. You can trade with paper money until you get up and going. Their mobile app is amazing. I use their mobile app all the time. I use my cell phone for everything anyway.
Sure.
My life runs by my
That's
cell phone.
where the world's going, man.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
It really is. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. How's everything going?
Happy Thursday, man.
Good morning.
Hey, you can't go wrong when you're a trader and you get volatility in the marketplace. Well, you can go wrong. Yeah. No, don't get me wrong about that. I've lost plenty of money with volatility, too. But
here's what you want, Tom. At least when the markets are moving like this, you have choices.
You do.
Right?
You do.
It's not like you're making 3 trades a day and you hope that you're right on 2 of the 3. You're going to make 40 or 100 trades a day, which gives you a much better chance, right?
It does.
So that's why traders like busy markets as opposed to slow.
There's no doubt. And then when those ranges set up, folks, the bottom line is that, sometimes you can make it sound simple, but sometimes it is that simple. The ranges set up, and guess what? You're going to trade them or you're not going to trade them.
Sure.
And you'd be really surprised trading a small range what you can do. That's the reality, So,
I think we're at an interesting spot in this market.
Yes.
We made some observations yesterday during our swim lesson show. If you weren't trading bank stocks, financials, or oil stocks, it was kind of an ugly day in the market yesterday.
Yes.
The market didn't look that great.
Right.
And now you're getting retails playing a little bit today too, and you've got, at least in the beginning of the day, some wider, but still dominating the market are financials and oil right now.
And the NDX 100, folks, that number one, it couldn't make its high, and that's the only major indice when we talk about the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&Ps, the Russell, that didn't make its high. And, of course, those are the high-powered stocks, man. I mean, those stocks right now, those are important stocks in the world. You're talking about, technology. And as Kevin said, when that came off yesterday, that came down hard, man. They were selling that baby. Now,
you got a bunch of traders sitting up on our desk here, and we're all looking at the same screen. We're all making comments, and the one comment I made is, this market looks tired.
Yeah.
Right? It looks like it's made a big run, and it needs another leg somehow, or it's going to struggle, right? And oil, make no mistake, oil and financials they've got their second wind, right?
Sure.
What the 10-year yield is doing and what the oil market's doing is giving those stocks a big, huge, enormous boost. That said, the rest of these stocks are finding some way to go higher, and they're struggling.
Yeah.
I was thinking, so Snapchat is going to come out with their IPO, right? And
Yeah.
it's like, what a perfect time. They're going to come out, of course, when the NASDAQ 100, is at its high, right?
Right.
In terms of, that's got to say something for them going for their IPO at $20 billion or whatever it's going to be.
And that's how you have to push them out.
Yeah.
You know?
They wouldn't push it out
Right.
if they thought the NASDAQ was undervalued right now, and they wouldn't be able to have that IPO at max value. You know, they look at that in the same way.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And, you know, something that Kevin just brought up, folks, about the market being tired, what I've found, Kevin, is that, and I really like these correlations, is that, you know, you play a lot of football, you know what I mean? You play a lot of rugby. And that's really important to understand, folks. The market's just like playing a sport. You know, the bottom line is that it has the acceleration on the way up. And guess what? Then, you know, you got to build some cars, man. I mean, you can't, you know, have that type of energy the whole time. It just doesn't happen, you know?
Right.
So I find it's easier looking at the market or understanding the market as much as we can understand the market when you do it like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, man, you know, think about it. If you're playing hard, you play hard, and then guess what? You need replacements, man.
Sure, it's energy, right?
It is.
Right. And Tom, in that same vein, sometimes the market goes down because there's sellers, right?
Yes.
And sometimes stocks and futures go down because there's a lack of buyers.
Right.
Two different ways, right? That something can go up or down. One side of the market kind of vacates their area, right? And then it's left to run. So
It is.
I think that's what you're seeing. I think some buyers are starting to say, "Hold on a minute here,
I want to take my ball and go home for a while." Yeah. Folks, right here, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Kevin, you have a great one, a safe one. We look forward to the show today.
Always a pleasure, guys. Have a good one.
Excellent. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's up 58, Nasdaq's up 21.
Just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow up 65, Nasdaq's down 23, S&P's a flat, and of course, it is Thursday, and we have natural gas.
We sure do.
And if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, folks, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can test drive that platform, and we're going to see what's up with the natural gas market this morning. So, number-wise, let's see where we stand first.
So not to be confused, I just jumped. So you have something going on. What are you? You're long gold here.
I'm long gold. That's a long shot, but I'm long gold.
Sure.
Yes. So natural gas.
I'm just pulling up the
Yeah.
chart. It's trading at 344.80,
Okay.
and so I pulled up, call it almost like 345, basically.
Yeah.
And so realistically, there's some good contracts if you did want to take, I believe, where 345
Okay.
is going to line up here being the floor, and will line up here being the ceiling. So let's just see if you're buying one here. Yeah, it's going to be like $19 all a premium.
Oh.
I don't know. This is where it gets weird. That maybe it's just too far out of the money right now, even to be live. But I'm not sure. This has happened to us before in natural
yeah, it
gas.
has. Right.
So let's jump around even in. That was 11 a.m. So this is 12 o'clock,
Okay.
and that does have both sides.
Okay. That one just show up the other side? No, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little bit more premium because you have an extra hour.
No,
there.
I'm with you there.
As opposed to a half hour, you have
Yeah.
an hour and a half. So you actually have, 300%
Yep.
of the time. So with, $25 on each side, that's looking at about $50 in total. So that would mean that, you're looking at 50 ticks away from 345. That's literally trading out on the dot. So what's that going to be? 350 or
Yeah.
340?
Okay.
You'd be
350 or 340. So let's see what we're lining up here. So I got to make sure I get the right. Well, I don't. I want to make sure I get the right contract too. But let me
Sure.
just look at this contract first. So natural gas right now. Oh, it's
Yeah.
already up 2.98%. Interesting.
sure.
Oh, look at that move, man. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, wow. This is pretty amazing, folks. Okay, so this move, we got a nice move. I guess, let me see when this happened. All morning long, right? Yeah. Started at 3 o'clock this morning. That must be cold weather coming in, right? I don't know. I mean,
Right.
it's
Hey,
like,
it's buyers coming in, right?
no,
like we were just talking
it's
about.
buyers. There's no doubt about that.
Buyers or lack of sellers, or like
Holy
Kevin was saying.
cow. Let me just go look at the UNG just for a second. That gap tire. Look at that. That's going right into a gap, too. So, we go back to this contract again for a second. CRB. Gas contracts. So what we're looking at, folks, we need 50 ticked moves, right? That's what we need.
Yeah.
And
Which is, it's showing it's up about, it's right there, 26.
there we go.
It's almost up 10 pennies
Right.
from like 335 to about 345.
Okay, so I need 5 pennies.
And
more.
you need 5 pennies. But you need it an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, which isn't bad.
Oh, no, not
actually.
when the news is about to break.
That
Right.
actually isn't bad.
Yeah, I mean,
So let's go look at the contract we're dealing with. So that contract I just brought up is the January contract.
and that's the same one here.
It's
which
the
is
same
nice.
one there. Okay.
So again, we can see it. It's literally a few ticks off away from 345 on the dot.
Yeah.
We got 345 to 365 and 345 to 325. So you get 20 cents of possible value. So you have like a max profit on either side of the 50 cents to get your money back, and then $1.50 for 150 of profit. You following?
I am. I'm trying to figure out the short side of this for a second. Okay, so the short side, I'm giving up 2.5 pennies, right?
Excuse me. Yes. 2.5 pennies.
Yeah.
200 and
So I need 7 pennies on the short side for it to come in the money.
Nope.
No, just the opposite.
Nope. It's 5 pennies on either side. That's what this is. Somehow, I mean, it's simple in that we're at 345 on the dot.
Okay.
It's 25 pips of premium if you want the long side one, and 25 pips of premium if you want the short side one. I have 2 here. That's what, it's a $200 pie, 20-cent pie. So 25 to make 175 on each one. So you're risking 50 basically, with the hopes of recouping for a max profit of probably 150 if only one of them gets value.
Okay.
So again, you're buying that one, you're selling that one. They're both within.
And if I go back to this UNG just for a second, because the reason I'm going back to the UNG, folks, is that the volume characteristic and everything is there, and I don't have real quotes on my Bloomberg for gas. So you're coming into 869. You get a gap higher. You get on to 844 in a heartbeat, and that's where we were last night. This is a tough one, man. It's not as bad as the one yesterday. Yesterday the one I didn't do.
Let's just jump back and take a peek at 11 a.m. and see if those are there. Maybe there's just
So now the 11 a.m.
Yeah, I think what happens is if they get executed, they repopulate maybe within a couple minutes, and so they're just not as. Let's see. Yeah, now it's a positive one that's missing one side. I think they might. We'll play with it during the break as well.
Yeah.
I think it's just something where within like 60 seconds or something, they need to have an active bid always, or there's something like that, I believe. So that's just the market.
We still get 6 minutes. Market-wise out here thus far, that NQ keeps, they're hitting that NQ, man. You get the NQ's down $44. So inside the NDX 100, what's getting hit, Lam Research is down 4.5%. You got Qualcomm off 4%. NVIDIA's down 4%. Look at that. AMAT, all the chip makers. So let's see what happens there. Yeah, they took those down pretty hard. And we'll take Lam Research back. It's been on quite a run, too, though. That's the other side of it. If we take a look at the 3 Qs for a second, 3 Qs right now are at 116.49. You get 7 million shares. That's not telling us much. The dollar index, let's see where we are with the dollar right now. Dollar's flat. That's still flattening out there. Some of the higher volume stocks, and we did yesterday. We actually had some volume in the market yesterday. Okay, so you look at Facebook's. Facebook's down 280. We have Chesapeake Energy up 25. Bank of America's up 63. Weatherford's up 35. You have Citigroup up $1. Financials are running again. XLF. Yeah, you get the XLF breaking topside again. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We are going to have some gas numbers for you. Dow right now is up 73. Nasdaq's down 25. S&P's are flat. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. So we just got those natural gas numbers come out. The EIA says that U.S. natural gas stockpiles fell 50 BCF, billion cubic feet. Is that correct?
You got it.
Bottom line is that we've had quite a run since this morning, and this is almost like a replay with oil yesterday. I mean, oil,
it is. Now, oil did continue up, right?
It did. That. It went up a buck and a half.
It was at 48.50, I believe, when we were talking about it.
Right.
And it did go up a full, like almost
$1.43. I think,
yeah,
right?
but it pulled back. It would have given you about $80 in value, 80 cents from that level by the 2:30 close. Yeah, because it was $130 for both sides.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, 345 was, call it the pivot point of both sides. That's going to be your max loss in terms of that's where, both of these contracts expire pretty much worthless.
Right. They're the ones we're talking about today, and we didn't do this today,
yes,
folks.
Right. That's what I was just going over.
It's the same kind of MO, too, that when you get a big move like that, it's like, okay, hold it.
And just to put it visually it's much easier, right? 340 is right down here. That would have been your 5 pennies. So to the negative side, this would have been kind of your break even area.
Yes.
And then same thing to the upside. You need it all the way up to 350. So we'll see where that goes. That would have been, that was a 12 noon trade. So you'd have an hour and a half, but it doesn't look like that's too surprising of a number that will drive that.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Let's go to our man Carlos in California. Carlos, what's going on, brother? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tom. How are you guys?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Cool.
Tom, I have a question related to the 10-year note.
Okay.
And I was looking at the weekly chart.
Yeah.
The 10-year note broke, actually jumped the creek this morning, actually last night.
Okay. Let me see here. Let's see why. I have a hard time always pulling up the 10-year like this. I have to pull up the continuous contract on the 10-year. There it is. 1 second.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did because I tried to use the contract I was using and I didn't get that much.
I know. You got to use a continuous, and for some reason I always have a hard time. I'll try that one. Okay, let's see if... No, it's not going to give it to me either. I don't know why this goes like that.
Well, one of the other factors I noticed yesterday, Tom,
Yes.
while you're looking for that, I noticed that around in my Pacific time,
Yes.
around 11:45,
Okay.
there was a large volume coming in.
Okay.
And the bar was actually, the candle was actually neutral. And that's the way pretty much at the end of the day was. But most of the volume came out at the end of the day. And all last night, it was just going lower, lower, and lower until today actually broke the support. And I want to find out if it did break actually dump the creek, or if what point this may qualify to a false breakdown.
Well, now, okay, so the question, folks, is jumping the creek. Now, watch how this shakes out. This is on a weekly, and this is where, you know, technical analysis is more of an art than a science, because, you know, it's subjective. There's no two ways about that. And when you're looking at, like, where the creek is here, it's very subjective because you're dealing, even on the weekly, you know, you have a low of 129.29, 124.29. Now, that's only one spike down. So what I normally do is I go like this, Carlos, right? I say, okay, you got to hit more than 1 point. You know what I mean? So you kind of bring it up, and I bring it up to, like, say, okay, now I got 1, 2, 3. I got 5 weeks that have been trading there. So that's 125.17. So in that aspect, it's saying, yes, you know, you're below that support. And does that mean that we're going to the 122.22? Yes, it can. Okay, that's how that would be laid out. Now, my own opinion is that the way that when you go back and you look at this 124.29, you know, we got to 124.16, and now you're at 124.20. You know, it looks to me, I wouldn't be going short the bond right now, that's for sure.
No.
You know,
actually, I put a position last night. I'm on the water right now.
Okay.
Not by much, but I'm still looking at these lows this morning.
Yes.
As possibly my exit point in case it doesn't hold today.
I think that's a good trade, meaning that you take the lows of today and say, okay, you know, you got to put a couple points underneath them. I mean, because, see, if you asked me this yesterday, you know, I'd have said, hey, listen, this is rejected lower price, and it's not going to go break that low. And guess what? This morning it breaks the low. You know, my take, just because of this dollar is still having a hard time holding, you know, these big highs. You know, so it's like, okay, so is it going to be about this jobs number tomorrow? And, you know, are the bonds going to turn around? You know, it's... So as to a trade, I think you're in good shape here. You need a turn, there's no doubt. It's the same with, if we go over to the dollar just for a second, if we take a look at this dollar, you're going to see that the dollar's just kind of laying out here. And it hasn't, you know, got over the highs of the last 2 days.
And Tom, the volume that came in at the end of the day yesterday.
Yes.
Is that a sign of weakness usually?
It's not. Okay, so this is where it's tricky right now. So check this out. What this is that, you know, and this is where the volume characteristic is wild, folks. Because, you know, we hit a higher high yesterday in the Dow Industrials, and then we came in at 1.6 billion. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Because you can make the case, okay, that, hey, someone took their ball and went home at the very end. Because we had done, Tom, I was checking the volume, like it's 5 or 4, 10 or 4, and it was like 850 million.
Okay.
And it was 1.6 billion.
Yeah.
So you can make the case that, guess what, someone took their ball and went home. But the way that I do volume, guess what, if you went to a higher high and you have volume, well, that's got to get tested. So, you know, with 19,225 is going to get tested. Now, if that went down and you had the volume, then yes, that would be a sign of weakness. Now, that's what the NASDAQ did do.
Yeah,
the NASDAQ expanded on the way down. Now, that even being said, we're in window dressing, and the way it looks to me that, this is going to be as deviant as you can get. And this NASDAQ probably is, going to either test the, reject lows or do a counter trend bounce, and you're just going to wait for it. I mean, you got to wait for it, folks, if you're not short the NASDAQ. If you short the NASDAQ, I'd stay short the NASDAQ, because, this might be it on the NASDAQ,
And, Tom, do you see bonds in case we continue with this window dressing until Friday? Do you see both indices and bonds may possibly going up, or it's not? It doesn't have to be the case.
No, stay right there. Stay right there. 877-927-6648. We're talking with Carlos from California. We want to hear from you folks. Dow Industrials up 79, Nasdaq's down 37, S&P's are flat. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Carlos from California. We're talking notes and bonds. So what was your question about if the market keeps going, Carlos?
Yes, during this window dressing.
Yes.
Let's say we have a rebound on the indices and they go up. Is that a possibility that the bonds can go the other way, either down or they can go with the indices?
Well, what you have right now, so picture what you have right now. The Dow has actually made all-time highs, and bonds have gone down, which that is,
The opposite.
that is basically an inverse correlation, meaning that, what normally happens is that bonds, that's how it normally works, okay? That if you get higher prices in the equity markets, like why you're in the bond market, right? When markets go south, bonds go up normally very quickly, okay? Because what happens is that the shift goes very quickly. People just say, I want to know that I have my money, I have my cash. They're not looking to make money, they're looking to save their cash, just save their cash, okay? And, that correlation, folks, okay, I don't see the correlation that it just all of a sudden comes out of equities and goes into bonds, which you hear a million times, because I don't think anyone really knows that. I just think that people buy bonds. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of where it goes. If the market goes down, you see the bond market go up because people just want to be able to get their money back. That's what it comes down to. What I would do, since you're trading the bond, I just keep my eye on the dollar. It's all about the dollar. Because the fundamental trade is that as the dollar continues to get up to higher price, bottom line is that they're saying, well, the economy's roaring. If the economy's roaring, then guess what? People want equities. They don't want bonds.
True.
So,
and, just one more thing, Tom. I just keep listening when I turn the either the radio or the TV, other news groups and financial programs.
yes.
Calling the dollar King Dollar.
Yes.
That came up to my mind since the days I started listening to you.
Yeah.
You were in an interview. It's actually one of the time I remember I started listening to your program. That you were in a panel discussing the dollar.
Right.
Actually, we're laughing at you when you say King Dollar.
I know.
And I remember very clearly that.
It was pretty funny too, because what happened, folks, is that I was in the gold market too, and that's where that actually came up, and the correlation, I had a lot of different reasons to say that. One of the main reasons was that the gold bugs thought that the dollar was going to be useless. And I used to say to them at these workshops, like, you just have to go around the world, folks. The dollar is always going to be king dollar because of the fact that I've never been to a country that they don't love dollars. It just never happened. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I didn't understand that correlation even when the dollar was at 75. It's like, guess what? Every place I've been outside of the country, if you have U.S. dollars, you're okay. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, and thank you for your time. Thank you, Tommy.
Thanks, man.
Have a nice day.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. It's going to be, the markets are always so cool, but right at the point we're at right now, I think is really cool.
Sure.
Isn't that wicked? I know. And the NDX 100 though. Let's go take a look at this. NQ. This is taking some beatings, man. Look at it, it's taking another leg down. He's down $64. And if we take a look at this, and this is where this gets interesting because, and this is where the elevator down is always a little bit different than the elevator back up. So we're right back where we were August 2nd.
Sure.
That's pretty hard to believe.
Yeah.
It's not hard to believe, but that's pretty intense. And it looks like the chips that are still getting hit. Yeah, it's the NVIDIA. Look at that. NVIDIA's down 6% now. So let's see what happens. One of these must have come out with numbers or something. It doesn't say here, but the chip market in general, that's the one that's down. Let's go over to the financials, because the financials are going topside. They love this new treasury pick.
They love all the new picks.
Yeah, they do.
Goldman Sachs is in the house.
Goldman Sachs is in the house, no doubt, folks. The ironic part about it, though, is that do you remember the ads? Because it was...
Trump's final ad had the CEO of Goldman Sachs, Blankenfield.
Right. And do you remember
as the villain,
remember Trump taking apart Cruz's wife?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But his final political ad had the CEO of Goldman Sachs.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
As the villain.
Yeah.
Pretty
wild.
Yeah.
Let's go to George in Boston. Hey, George, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, it's going to be 60 up here today. We'll take it. What's fun?
Nice.
Oh, how cool is that? That's awesome, man.
That's a nice way to start December.
That is. You guys
It's
got to
been
be
raining
digging that.
It's been raining for 3 days and freezing, so we'll be good.
Okay.
Has it?
Nice.
Wow.
Applied Materials. I got out of it yesterday, thank God.
Oh, you lucky
No.
cat, you. Holy cow.
And I want to get back in, but I don't know. I don't want to catch a falling knife, you know?
So what made you get out of it yesterday?
I don't know. I just wanted to take a little bit out of the middle. I felt like it was up too much.
Good for
And
you, man.
I've been listening to you for a long time, so.
Good for you, man. And, Applied Materials, folks, on November 10th was at $28. Yesterday it was at $32. So it's sweet. So let's pull this back. So now you're going to have a false break. 30.41. Yeah, you get back inside 30.41. You get a false break. And so it's like, okay, I just wait for it to get down like 27 or something.
Okay.
And what you're doing, you're going against that strength that we had in August. The bottom of that's 27, the top's 29.74. And you got a big expansion of volume. And let me ask you this. What is going on with all these chips? Do you know by any chance?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm just a trader.
Okay. Because what you have out here today, folks, is that it is the chip market that's taking it down big time. NVIDIA's down 7.5%, Lam Research 5.5%, Microchip down 5.5%, AMAT off 5%. So that's the number today. Well, you did.
I appreciate the advice, buddy. Thank you.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. The 60 degrees in Boston, December 1st.
Pretty sweet. They better savor that.
They better savor it big time.
Yeah.
Man. That's a whole different animal, man. No doubt. So let's go over and take a look at that gold market. Gold is trying to catch a bid. And see, this is where it is. So we had a low today of 1162. Right now you're 1168.20. And, what you had last night, folks, is this. When Japan opened, this thing got toasted. It went from 1173 to 1163. And I'll bring up the Nikkei for a second, because what did happen, the yen moved.
Okay.
And the Nikkei was up by 2.5%, I think. But, this gold, once it got back inside the 1163, it has a shot to go to 1173. So if we go over to the Nikkei first, what you're going to see last night, Nikkei gets up to 18,746, and then, gave up a couple hundred. Well,
yeah,
gave up a couple hundred points. The yen, you stay right there, because Tommy and I are going to be coming right back. Yen got to, 114.83. 877-927-6648. We're going to be right back, folks.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 75, NASDAQ is down 62, S&Ps are off 4.5, and the NDX is down 74. The NASDAQ and the NDX need a lifesaver, Tom.
Yeah.
You got any lifesavers for them?
Nope.
They definitely need a lifesaver, folks. Let's go take a look at this. NQZ6. There's some selling here, boy. They're throwing everything at it. So we started out the day at 48.19. That's quite a move. That's 1.1%, and it's only 10.54. So
yeah,
that is a move and a half. There's no doubt about it. Let's go take a look at some of the monsters out here. So Google's moving too. Google's down $20, 737. Amazon's down $11. Facebook's going to break a swing low. We might have an ABC down here. This is going to be interesting, folks. So $113.54. We're going to have the volume. You do more than 53 million, you get a huge ABC down. What other big one here? Let's see. Well, Microsoft. I know I saw some of the targets talking about Microsoft in there. Microsoft's pulling back. It's down $1, but that is a big weighting structure inside the NDX. Apple's only down slightly.
Yeah,
Apple's,
not bad.
Apple's down
About
nothing.
$1.
The IBB. The IBB is probably filling that gap. There she comes. IBB's at 269. That gap is, the top of that gap is 265. And one of the targets is saying bonds are moving up, so that would make sense. The bonds would move up if, in fact, the market wants to go south. So we take a look at the 10-year. Yeah, I just caught a small bid. So we just went from the low today is 124.16. You're at 125, 124.25. Now, it gets interesting here with the 10-year, folks. You only need a few more ticks to get back inside, not the higher range, okay, but the range that was trading at in the middle of the night before it got croaked. You need to get in the higher range, 124.31, which still isn't bad. It's only 6 ticks. That's only 6 ticks from where we are.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. He's going to be growling and prowling with you. Then we're going to Thinkorswim headquarters from 1 to 2, from 12 to 1. Our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, and then, of course, Thursdays, we got Andy Heck.
You got it.
And Basil's got, he starts his workshop.
He does. Let's give him a quick plug, because he starts it on Tuesday, which is remarkable that Tuesday is going to be here, and I believe that's going to be December 6th.
Wow.
Simple technical tools to analyze charts, 3-part course, and December 6th, Tuesday, 6 till 7:30, so you got 90 minutes. You can figure out what he's going to be talking about right in here. If you're not a subscriber, you gain instant access to the opening call, and if you're already a subscriber, you can save $100 off the price, so people should check it out. It starts on Tuesday, that'll be here before we know it.
And folks, if you haven't test drove the Tiger's Den, come on in and test drive it. I mean, Right now, we get 48 folks, 48 traders in there. It's a great trading room. You know, it's active, about 8, 10 hours a day.
Definitely.
Sometimes more, really.
Definitely.
You know, the reality.
Whenever we have programming,
whenever we have program, but there's plenty of guys in here in the middle, at 7 o'clock in the morning, and a few of them just never leave.
That's right.
You're gonna love it.
Totally.
It's totally where it's at. Let's go take a look at the volumes thus far out here. So in the NYSE, you get 325 million. On the Nasdaq, and the one to keep your eye on is on that. Oh, the Nasdaq got some volume, man. You got 640 million already. That
would make sense. The type of action.
Totally. The Dow right now up 72. Nasdaq's down 60. S&Ps are down 5. And where is she? Gold's gonna catch a bid. How about that? Gold's only down $3. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Stay right there. Basil's coming right up.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.